Yo, welcome back to the No Level Cap podcast. It's Rakeem Beck, Terrence Flowers. Welcome back to the show, Will Coleman.
I appreciate you, man. It's been 3 months. $600 and 3 months later, I'm back.
Oh my God,
Jesus.
I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're able to get your computer fixed. You've been able to come back to us, though. Of course, I am your host, Sage Ashford. We are back once again, another React stream today. We're keeping it simple. It is the Future Game Showcase, Summer Showcase 2025. If you're unfamiliar with the Future Game Show, it's a showcase that happens basically every season. It focuses literally like winter, summer, spring, fall. They do one every season. Focuses largely on independent and triple and double A games. So if you're expecting like the next cinematic triple A masterpiece, you're gonna walk away disappointed. However, it is usually dozens of games that they put together for one showcase that you won't see anywhere else. So if you have any kind of preference for smaller games at all, you are sure to love something in this showcase. I can guarantee it. Once again, want to thank y'all for getting our State of Play showcase reacts up to 2,000 views, over 2,000. I think it's like 2,300 views now. That is insane. Remember, we also did a reaction to Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest showcase. Be sure to check that out. If you're new to the channel, thank you for giving us a shot. We're a group of friends that talk anime, gaming, nerd culture in a positive light, free of all the toxic bullshit you're going to see in a lot of other places. We drop a new episode every week when we're not doing reacts. So if you're into that, give us a shot. This will not be the last reacts that we do, of course. We'll be doing one for the Xbox Game Showcase and the Outer Worlds Deep Dive tomorrow. That's the big deal, of course. That's like the big final thing, unless there's a Nintendo Direct, but we don't know if we're going to get that next week. For now, we're not going to waste any more time. You guys got any last-second wishes?
Honestly, just all the indie game. Well, maybe not all, but most of the indie games that are kind of up in the air in terms of release dates for this year. That's what I want to see. So it'd be great if something like Morsels. I believe in the background earlier, Sacrifier was there. It'd be cool to see that.
Man.
So just the smaller games that haven't gotten any dates yet. It'd be nice to see them.
Yeah.
Sacrifice current target is Q1 2026. But there is no date, like no firm date. So we'll see about that.
Okay.
Rakeem, what about you? You got anything you want last second?
Sacrifice was actually on my list as well. Of course, we're all JRPG fans here, so those are things going to appeal to us the most. That was the primary one I was looking forward to, Sacrifier. Other than that, just trying to see if there's anything like brand new that I haven't seen yet.
Hope so. Will, what about you, man? Your first thing back, with any last second wishes?
No last second wishes on walking in with my expectations on the floor.
Okay. Fair. All right, well, let's get into it.
On the flow. On the flow.
Uh-oh. There we go. Man, they're hopping right in with the game. Nice.
I see.
As it should be.
Good.
Yeah.
In their native resolution. All right.
Or not.
Never mind.
I guess you do have to get the host up there, I guess.
Yeah.
Who's doing it this year?
I don't know. It's usually, of course, like some video game voice actors. So let's see who they get this time.
Welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Oh,
there you go.
Nice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show's Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey.
Is that Matthew Mercer?
You probably know me
Yes, it
best
is.
as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom.
Me.
But if it's a
I know
Thursday
y'all
night,
as
I
Kanji
also
and
move
Rise.
my, as Critical Role's Debonair Dungeon Master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible.
You can turn it
amount
up
of video game
just a
news that will be
smidge,
beamed
Sage.
directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes. So buckle up.
Yeah, there
Don't
you
make
go.
it sound
That's
so
good.
scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed. And once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Okay, so some sci-fi.
Pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We going for a spin.
Oh, this is the
Okay.
Owlcat game.
So we started with the Owlcat game.
They're making a sci-fi RPG.
I have no idea what Owlcat is making.
They make CRPGs for the most.
Okay.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
They did Pathmaker and they did
shut down this part of the facility.
Warhammer
Trader.
game.
Long time
Ah,
before our
okay.
arrival.
Yeah, Road Trader.
Let's deal with those guys first.
In your loader. They never look up.
There are not a lot of sci-fi CRPGs.
Zafar, you were right. They shut down.
There really aren't. Oh, snap. Yeah, you thought you was cold, didn't you?
Hold on, I'm coming. I'll cover you.
Damn. It's like Iron Man armor.
What the hell happened here? Hey, buddy.
Dang.
All right.
Oh, the Expanse
Oh.
universe. Hold on now.
This ain't no whoa.
Hold on now.
This is not a CRPG, King.
Action.
If you play like Mass Effect, it might be.
Hold on now. I normally don't care about the Expanse universe, but this looks sick.
But why is the Expanse universe keep getting
Wishlist
games?
now.
Osiris Reborn.
PC,
Because
PS5,
Expanse is like
Xbox,
really
alright.
popping. Like it was
What
the
a way to
last
start
big
the show.
sci-fi franchise to
The
get
Expanse
popping.
Osiris Reborn
true.
is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a
Okay.
look.
All right, is it dark fantasy?
It didn't look like it.
It's
I
rated
can't
M.
take no more dark fantasy. Wrap that shit up. Okay, okay.
I used to swear by my father's oath to protect the wards
All
is
things.
to protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost?
Who's been in them RPG checks lately?
And now,
This
what
looks
do you
clean.
swear by today?
It is, bro. Like, it's clean.
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people
Arm
who took
marking.
him from me.
I think as games get more expensive and gamers demand more from their games, they're starting to realize, like, hey,
Ooh,
long RPGs are the way.
Long RPGs are the way.
they are.
All I'm gonna say is right now you got my attention.
Yeah,
I
it looks
swear,
interesting.
This is really good looking, bro.
Rin, take my hand. Rin!
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. Pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The
Who's
boards
making
are
this?
breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Echoes of the End coming this summer. Wow.
Xbox
Okay,
PC and
nah, I know it's
I would
trash.
say it's Deep Silver.
You said now you know it's
That's-
trash.
Nah, I know it's trash.
crazy.
Ain't no damn
The
way.
End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Like I've just never heard of a game come out and be cold, and you never heard of it before, ever.
Pre-alpha gameplay. It was good.
This is like a horror type game.
It really do look kind of horror like. I ain't gonna hold you.
But in the Japanese
But
setting.
the setting is telling me something different.
I don't know. We could just be taking a leisurely walk through the woods.
I pray to God ain't no leisurely walk this dark.
My time in Kyoto.
By the time I left.
Tory Gates.
Oh hell, this beautiful random
Somewhere
singing.
you ain't got no
It's
business.
definitely finna get freaky out here.
Oh man, we ain't got no memory. Let's go.
Amnesiac in the forest. No map, just a flashlight.
Oh, is this one of those
Atmospheric?
the walking simulator style games?
Maybe. The Whispers.
What's that game that was like actually kind of popular? That was like the glorified, like that was always represented as like the walking simulator. Because it was like the game that was based around the Rapture, and everybody had left already.
Oh,
You just
everybody's
saw her.
gone to Rapture.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Whispers in the fog. Okay.
It's funny because at one time it feel like people just called those adventure
An
games, but
isolated
now they
cabin
call
in the
them walking
woods.
sims.
What could possibly go wrong? That was your
Yeah.
first look at Whispers in the
So adventure games,
It's a
I feel like
psychological
point and
horror
click
game
adventure
from a
games have
supremely
like
talented solo
became
developer. Be sure to give it a wish
Yeah.
list if you
by
like what you
itself.
see.
And next
Yeah.
up, we've got a trailer for an open world
those
action
aren't as
RPG
popular
based on
as
the
they used to be.
beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's
Oh,
check it
okay.
out.
This back again, huh?
I mean, they make it.
It's funny because after like yesterday, I heard about this and somebody said, "How is this franchise even still standing?" And I'm just like, I can't answer.
The manga must be cold. That's all I'm gonna say. The manga must
Gotta
be
be.
cold.
It gotta be.
If your manga cold, you can get through a lot.
Well, this trailer's different from what we saw yesterday, so that's already a plus.
All right, then there go our traveling.
Whoa.
Okay, that's some scale.
This is Bandai Namco, right?
I believe so.
Netmarble.
Oh, okay.
If not, we about to find out it ain't. Netmarble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question now on PS5 and Steam.
Okay. Seven
Watch
Deadly
me-
Sins.
this be the
Deadly
one
Sins
game that's cold.
Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register
That'd be
now
wild.
at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo Shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
God
the
damn,
game
this
was
motherfucker
done.
on season 7 already?
That's what I'm saying. I thought that game was done because I hadn't
It's
heard
2
much
years
about
old,
it.
ain't it?
Yeah.
If you're tuning in on the FGS Twitch channel, you can earn a Twitch drop of this Kablamo grenade skin.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Anybody who watches this very show for 15
I'm not on the
consecutive
Twitch
minutes on the FGS Twitch channel.
I know,
will earn
right?
the skin. So
I won't get
you've
their
been with us from the very
Kablamo
start,
Twitch skin.
Or you're just joining us.
What will I do?
I'm not gonna lie, that
Then
threw me
just
off. At
stick
first, I
around.
thought it was
And
like
not
an
that you need
audio
any more
glitch.
reasons, but
The fact
we
that
can move on and
there was
talk
no
about
actual game
hurdling.
sound.
A
They were like,
shooter
look, this ain't that
simulator
important.
with
We
a
got
whole
stuff
lot
to
of
do.
soul. Let's find
Gotta
out
go.
when you can
They
get
was like,
your
this is
hands on
cool
it.
and all, but let's go.
That definitely
this
did
is
not
fast.
stick around long.
They are not playing.
They say we're gonna get you in, we'll get you out to the next game.
I respect it. I
To the
respect
next
it.
Hey,
game.
pacing is already better than Summer Game
Oh, a
Fest.
herd simulator? Let's go. It's time to herd some stuff. That's herd.
That is what
baby.
this is.
Shepherd Simulator?
Shepherd simulator. But you shepherding like mystical creature. That's kind of cute.
I don't know, but it look kind of nice though. This definitely
Will
gonna be
not
somebody's
disrespect
comfort
the
game.
son of a shepherd.
Oh my god. I miss it.
You will confess to your crimes, stealing a piece of white bread.
Yeah.
Name of the game, Yak Town. Yakety yak. Don't hold back.
One hurdling.
Oh, hurdling. I like my title better.
I was like, wasn't there a game called Yakety Yak or a TV show?
I think
Hurdling
Yakety Yak will lead
launches
to
later
something
this
else.
year, but you can try guiding those
Don't.
adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now. on
There's a
Steam.
demo.
That actually
what's
seemed like a
next?
pretty cool game.
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm.
It's one of those
between
Blumhouse
slumber and
games.
death.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I
I've heard
already
this
know
name
like where
before.
this going.
Spec Ops,
A
The Line,
somnological
and
institute? I'm
Nine
scared.
Shells.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
All right, Bloomhouse.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Been there. Blinders is rough.
All right, Blumhouse. The next great playthroughs on YouTube or no?
This way.
I think it's cool that they decided to get into gaming.
I do think that's a cool idea. Like, and they're serious about it. It's not like Microsoft, look, not Microsoft, like Apple and Google and Netflix.
Oh, they got some good names
Dude from
behind it.
9 Inch Nails?
9 Inch Nails.
I am awake.
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Man, if you're a horror fan, I don't want to hear no complaints from you ever.
Facts. There's
Horror-
always some horror game for you.
Horror doesn't
Coming
really go away,
2026.
so I mean, well, it's not that it goes away. It's either that it's
Sleep
Really,
Awake
it's the problem
coming
is whether or
soon,
not it's
so
good.
Drop it on your wish list.
and there was a
Yep.
period
Got a
where
developer
it
presentation
wasn't
for
really
Eric
the
Soul, The
best,
Stolen
but
Dream
now
updates.
like horror,
It's a
horror
cinematic
movies,
isometric
horror
stealth game
games,
set
yeah,
in the year
they're
1900.
doing better than
Is that
ever.
the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must
Okay.
He's a life god.
before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong
been a while since I
emphasis
saw
on
this game.
story, where you play up to
I like
3
stealth. I like
playable
puzzles.
characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you
Those
need
style
to
of stealth
use
game,
together
we've seen a
to
lot of that in,
kind
like,
of
the
solve
last decade.
situations and puzzles in
Oh,
a kind of
yeah.
Yeah, multiple
interlaced
It's just
way
me, though. I
where
just kinda like
everyone's
this stuff.
They all have
involved.
different
It's in
abilities
this
and stuff.
setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Tio, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
I don't know then. I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. And the story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So what's up then?
Yeah, this game, I mean, like, I saw it 1 or 2 years ago, so a release date should be on deck.
Okay. What was the name of that fantasy game, guys, that showed up earlier?
Echoes of the End?
Okay. I'm putting it on my list.
There's a lot going on in this game.
Yeah. The Stolen Dream. All right.
Not that far from now. Very good.
Not that far. Okay.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric's Home.
Okay.
It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
So it's like a Survivor game?
Okay. Cell shaded, inspired by Stalker.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Refresher. Choker.
Spider.
Those got to be the monsters.
That's the case. That's an interesting way to make a
This
spider
art style
look.
is very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like the inside of a stomach. Oh,
what?
Okay, I didn't know what to expect.
I was
there,
really waiting
but-
for gameplay. That is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, that kind of threw me.
Interesting.
The Explorator.
Explorator.
Kind of wish could have seen a little bit more.
Early access. Okay, it's in early access.
Oh, it's on early access now. Huh. I guess you got to see a lot of it on YouTube.
Yeah, you definitely
The
see a lot of
Explorator is
people really
launching
fuck
into
with
early
it.
access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Y'all are speaking to my spirit, but let's see what y'all talking about first. Name's name is Constance. Okay.
What's up?
Losing your color, huh?
I like the look of it.
Yeah, I like the look of it. I just realized that character she talked to, his name is Neolardo.
That's cool.
Are all of the characters she's gonna find herself talking to, like, gonna be like XPs of like famous like artists,
painters and stuff? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
This is incredibly visually distinct. I like that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I do like this visual style. Okay. All right, November.
All right.
And with a release,
And
cool.
there's a demo out. I will be checking that out.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
That's why I can't.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during every future game show,
They be like,
we
we've been working on it for a while. Y'all ain't seen it. Y'all ain't heard it.
upcoming games.
We got something for y'all to try.
Ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG.
You say
and the good news
Titanfall?
is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the
I
help.
know we ain't getting that. That's something I know we ain't getting.
Best you can get is a Titanfall 2 remastered or something, maybe. I don't know.
Titan Quest 2.
That's been done. Wow.
That's the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest 2 is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest 1. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest 2, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic ARPG. But we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. Mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space. We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and mysteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already. And we're looking for a summer timeline for this. And then later,
say no to
the other
microtransactions.
platforms.
What does it say? No, I can't.
Time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that
a
launched
random
back
Yuri
in
Lowenthal.
What up, Spider-Man?
You just came out of nowhere.
I have seen things that should be
Doing a job.
I'm mad at myself because you just said that, and I thought about who the first 2 were. I'm just like, this is leading to something, I feel, but I'm not going to say nothing until I see someone else pop up.
I've had enough of death.
Oh,
and
I think I know
madness.
what you're getting at.
But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels. For there lies, upon this world of man, A mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
The Elder Gods.
All right.
They still alive?
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you
I'm mad because I can hear the Spider-Man.
I mean, I was, but then, you know, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta
Yuri.
wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while
What
I go
is
make
that?
sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll
Straight up
I'll stay
strategy
here.
RPG back there?
That's what I'm saying.
Free bio course. How hard could it be?
Uh-oh.
Time to bro it up.
This actually looks familiar.
Mocking and incredible.
Capture the flag on crack.
Oh, this is the shit from the other day, huh? What the
Wait,
fuck?
what?
What the fuck's
What's going on?
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours
I was gonna say,
truly.
did you
is a
accidentally-
Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and console.
Just let it ride. Just let it ride. Well, never mind.
Yeah, just let it rock. I was just like, did something go wrong on their end?
The hell? It's that shit from yesterday.
Yeah, that's the game from yesterday.
Okay.
From yesterday, what?
Well, no, because that one was Capture the Flag.
Ain't this? Oh, no,
You're talking about Last Flag or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Ascended. I remember seeing a trailer for that before. Like a while ago. Oh, it's Lost Island.
Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as
I asked for that.
a shipwrecked castaway with no
Them
memory.
brothers did Lost Islands. They ain't make enough money. They still
Souls-like,
5 years after
and
the
roguelike.
Civil War,
Those are the big
you
three
wake up
right now.
trapped on a mysterious island
They really are.
filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of
I
zombies.
still want to go back and play Lost Eidolon.
This whole island.
So this isn't even like the sequel game. But the sequel game was a regular strategy RPG, right?
The sequel, I think, is this.
Veil of the Witch is
Is
built
this?
for hardcore tactics
Believe so.
fans with an emphasis
I
on
remember it
speed and
downscaling in graphics. I remember
means a
that.
small
But I thought
party,
that came out already.
tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop
Veil of the Witch.
just a few hits.
Okay. I didn't know it had a
To
roguelike.
stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up.
That's the only part that
unlock
sucks because
new
the original
skills
Lost
right
Island
in
is
the
one
middle
of the
of
most
battle.
visually
Surrounding this
good-looking
rock-solid
strategy
core
RPGs we'd ever
is a
seen.
branching roguelike structure.
Oh, yeah.
focused
That's
on
part of
skill
what
in the
appeals
face
to
of
me.
unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
But strategy RPGs are a hard sell, so it's not a surprise that it wound up the way that it wound up.
Pretty much
Then
it's
head
only
back
been
to
Fire
town,
Emblem.
where you can
like, hit
unlock
those heights
upgrades,
places.
chat with allies, craft equipment,
And that's been
and
around
more.
for over 20
And if you're real nasty,
They got
click on
lucky.
trials mode for bigger
They
challenges.
started
and better
making a
rewards.
bunch of waifu characters and
Fight,
husbando characters, and that's what got that franchise
Rise
over
stronger,
again.
I
then
just
come
heard it
back
say
and
wife
conquer.
with Husbando.
That
Lost
franchise was
Eidolon,
about to die.
Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam and coming soon
Sorry,
to
I'm
Xbox,
waiting, my guy.
PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, bro. What's
Boy,
Shining
that's
Force
another one
at,
everybody forgot about.
At the house. That's where it's at.
Griff line. Counter search table. Uppercom.
Nice.
I ain't gonna lie, the way this look. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like what you would do if you took like, I'm trying to think of the name of that game. I think I have a game on this. I think it's called Luxor. Like you take Luxor, Splatoon, and mix it with like a piece of Portal.
That's a weird game. But I do get the Splatoon vibes though.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of Split Fiction with how the multiplayer elements work
Can
together.
anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There is an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy.
Oh.
Firefighter Simulator.
Another game where people can make a bunch of silly content on because they're gonna fail at saving people.
Yep.
Play as a bureaucratic inspector in a fantasy world.
What's like you make sure the evil layer is up to code before the evil gets inside?
Yes, that's literally the whole deal.
Okay, I legitimately need this game.
Wait,
Huh?
what's going on? Okay. That was
going
not
on?
me.
The world is full of them.
They said, fuck that other game. I don't even know what it was.
They said firefighters? Nobody want to see no real jobs.
And not enough wisdom.
Bro, who edited this?
Great question.
But
They just went straight to it.
Real time. Some shit. What is it?
Princess to save. Without dragons to slay.
I guess we'll never know.
Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
Trolls. The world is full of them.
Hold on.
What in Sam Hill is happening?
What is happening?
Bro,
I think they goofed.
The audio fucked up.
Yo, I think they goofed.
What is
Are we in Golden Wind? Are we in Part 5 of JoJo? What just happened?
Golden Wind? We in Bites to Dust?
Bro, did we just get made in heaven? Hello?
I don't know what the word is, Will, but we can't say it.
Everything.
We don't keep going back.
I almost want to hop on Twitter just to see, like, did anybody else experience this?
Yeah, like, what is going on?
Is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
I come back to the podcast and y'all goofing this over there in Future Game Show?
The book is
I'm sorry.
Like it.
Hellgates Anew, your first
I'll
ritual
leave.
sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch.
Okay, so it actually glitched a lot.
Imagine.
We, the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements,
that's not
hereby
good.
announce a strike.
Yeah, that's not good. Well, kind of funny.
The inspector.
I am laughing.
It's actually kind of a cool concept.
Oh, I dig this concept. I really want the name to the game if we can ever get there.
Not in the budget.
But it is a story without a good hero at its helm. With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
No, this looks like a blast.
We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent to the cause. Wish list
Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs.
That name is way too long.
Way too long.
Oh,
Bureau of Fantastical Affairs was enough.
The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming.
The B5.
And
Someone
that's
should have told him,
something
hey man, don't call it that.
completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
All right.
Anime, Y2K aesthetics, and shooters. What y'all got for me?
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ
Okay.
Waifu.
WTF.
Waifu. Team Waifu.
You know what? You know what?
Is that a razor?
Oh my god.
Is she loading a mag?
もしもしうん
That's a Motorola
That is
razor.
indeed a
And I-
razor.
Bruh,
The Ramune, uh-oh.
they have gone all in on this idea.
Hereby announce a strike.
Oh, no.
Immediate.
Oh my
No!
Here with their
Come on, man!
that decides if we have to
Golly. Bro, look, imagine
You gonna watch this Bureau of Fantastical Affairs today, boy. You gonna like it.
Imagine you paid to be at this show and they just fucking your trailer all the way up.
All the way up.
Man, I'd be livid.
Incompetent evil is still
I'm about to just change my whole picture on this thing to King Crimson, bro, because that's what's really going on right
Oh man. Get back to it. Let's see if we can
Get some waifu power.
Waifu
Tactical
Force.
so it actually is WTF.
I know, right? Okay.
All right.
Pre-alpha
Waifu
open playtest
tactical.
starts now.
I guess we'll learn more about it later.
If it
I
fucks
know.
up again, I'm gonna find another stream.
It also went back to like, wait, what is this?
It just-
That's not
wait,
No,
it's
it
back.
went back to it. Yeah,
Okay,
it
that
was
was
just
the
showing
end
a
of
little bit more. Okay.
2026.
Waifu
Okay.
Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
Okay, I'm about to say we've heard about this.
This was at State of Play.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
It's coming out soon.
This is, yeah, this is Bamco Singapore.
I was interested in this because it looked neat.
Oh yeah, this was creative.
Yeah, I like the look of it.
Like Devin said, you see what happens when you just let people be creative.
Yep. Well, the Transformer.
Frog style.
So you could just unfold and just be a piece of paper. I like that.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near all that lava.
I know, right? Not at something flammable like that.
Cool to get this deeper dive into this game.
Yeah, I agree. September 3rd.
Oh, September. Okay, September 3rd for Hirogami. I think I got that down.
Play the demo on Steam now.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store.
I see
and
what you
check
did
out the
there.
free demo, which is available.
I know, right?
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
So this new Eve is another MMO?
Never enough MMO.
Eve Frontier is an
not
invitation
enough.
for everyone
Too
that
many
has the
MMO
idea in
too
their brain
many
to make a game.
MMOs, but
And
it's not
often the
enough.
best way to make a
Kept
game
tripping
is
over.
to start and
Few
modify
games
it.
that could
Hey, I feel you on
Now
that for real.
created
I know how I
bigger
feel.
than WoW, but it's not
server-side
enough.
modding platform.
Too
And
many-
we
not gonna be bigger than
too
WoW.
many
an invitation to
Mamorphicers.
you to come and build with
I mean, Eve is already
worlds.
MMO.
You can
It's
do
just
so
a
many
very
things.
different
And
kind.
this is a great way
Yeah.
to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival
played around with,
space
like,
horror sandbox we have created.
Different gameplay.
When we made it
spin-off
online, we
games,
very
like a
much wanted
shooter
to
where
make
you're
a
on the
sandbox
ground that ties
experience
into
where
a
most
big
of the
world.
things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both reads and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around EVE Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
I heard what he said, but I'm praying it's just a condition on his skin because that son whooping his ass.
Yeah, I didn't notice. The only thing saving was them shades that covered his eyes. That's so terrible.
God damn.
That man was out there preaching the word
What's
of
up
Eve
next, Laura?
in the hot
We
sun.
have a brand new trailer for
should've packed his
Formula
sunscreen.
Legends, an arcade racing game.
Good luck
that
to them,
covers
man,
the
because Eve is a
history
very
of
unique
motorsport.
game, and there's nothing really
Yeah,
like it at all.
Yeah, that's a F1 race.
Yeah,
It look like
hope they find success.
free alpha footage of a racing
It's
game.
time for some more Formula One, baby.
Ooh, okay. Formula Legends. Okay. Got a selection of them. Was his name Johnny Skirt?
I saw that. Johnny Skirt.
Skirting on it.
Choose your tires.
Choose your tires.
Actually, this art design is really well done.
This is gonna be one of them games that's gonna get a community that's gonna be playing it for like quite a minute too. I can feel it.
Racing games, yeah. They're gonna be locked in.
Yeah, they're gonna be in on this one. Formula Legends. Oh, demo out now.
Especially right now, Formula in general.
Formula Legends is
They
racing
have a
towards release
Formula
on
One movie
PC
coming
and
out.
consoles, but you can play the demo now
sure
on
do.
Steam and also wish it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Brad
But
Pitt
for
and
now,
Damson
let's keep it
Idris.
rolling with our ones to play section, which is a
Hell of a
future
cake.
game show staple. It's
Oh,
a
we got a
montage
couple
of
more
exciting
games.
games that you can play.
I've
on
heard about
Steam
this game on the
right after
left.
show.
That's behind
So,
him. That's a survival
like what
horror
you're looking
game.
at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel
By the way you
enemies
said
with your
that.
trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle
Yeah.
and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
That's cute.
Okay.
Next
Yeah,
up,
Phase
we've got
Zero.
Phase Zero, a survival
PS1
horror
style.
throwback.
Yeah, I've heard of this and I've seen a little video of it. It's actually pretty nice now.
Illness has descended on the town.
Man, that PS1, specifically that
Can
PS1
you
style
solve
survival
puzzles
horror
and
has gotten
tango with
really
monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. Recruit, train, and command
Roguelike with a
warriors
city
in
builder?
strategic
Mm.
turn-based battles, then develop a coastal.
I think
city
roguelike
into
works well with
Carve
Gladiator
your name
stuff.
into the annals
That
of
makes
history
sense.
and spill
Yeah.
buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape.
How
Lost
to Escape.
Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war.
You should see this with VR games.
Yeah.
That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Huh, another one.
We in the water.
Ahoy is a work in progress. What a name.
I know, right? Ahoy!
It's actually called Ahoy?
Every voyage.
Yeah, it said it's a work in progress.
Surprised no one has done that yet.
I know, right?
It's gonna be
Ain't
like a
nobody
ship
just-
combat game.
Yeah.
A vision etched on parchment.
Everybody else is trying to come up with a cool name, and they just said, "Fuck it, Ahoy."
So this is like going for like more realistic fiction.
Yeah, it seems.
Yeah.
so.
Our
Look at
nature
it.
to conquer what
Look at that.
others fear. Death and dishonor. Fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become. We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is
Pretty
life,
good though.
and life
I know
is
this
the
ain't no,
voyage.
you know, CG, but still.
Man, they was trying their hardest to make that shit sound cold.
Hey, look, bro. They want you to sail the 7 seas. Send them down to Davy Jones' locker.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Ahoy.
I thought they was gonna do some cool shit like
Join the
some
crew today.
scary shit under the water.
Oh, the Kickstarter's up.
This simulation, big boy.
Oh, so
That's what it is.
They said we need the funds.
We bringing back the sideways hats like real boys.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at
Ahoy
ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic
If they
Games
don't die, nobody dies from
Spotlight
scurvy
montage is up
trash.
next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage
The
once we've
arcade
talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
Okay, I've seen that game in the back before.
Trickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting
feel like
card
this is actually probably pretty
players
fun.
will trigger explosive combos.
We did see
This would be a little.
Changing
This is like different.
Oh, the mix. We saw it at the mix.
You can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Okay, Flickshot Rogues. Interesting.
Now let's take a look at Under Par.
Okay, I thought I saw some golf.
One simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class
Oh, you're creating a
and then
golf
try them out
course.
firsthand.
I like that.
Golf architect.
And
I dig it.
obstacles between. You'll manage
Okay.
staff, budgets, and customers
fine.
on your way to crafting a
golf
golfer's
teams, yeah.
paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Ascends to Zero is
On Kickstarter.
Oh, dig.
Oh, no.
On Kickstarter.
All right, hold on.
All right, we'll for our audience, we'll edit this. We'll
Check
get back
out
to
the funding
the show
drive for
soon enough.
Ahoy at Ahoy.
It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving
turn it
human
down
of
a
a
little bit
devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can
We saw
freeze
this
time
too.
to
Yeah, that's good,
anticipate
that's good.
attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your
All I
wish
need
list.
is
These type of
early
roguelikes
2026.
are really silly.
Or how about
because the
Animal
gameplay is
Kind?
really good.
This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in
It mix.
mech suits.
Bruh.
Players will use their
Mecha
industrial grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the
Dang,
landscape
I like that
for
better than Animal
materials
Kind.
and establish a community.
Wait, what name?
So this is
Animal
just
Kind is coming soon to PC.
It's
But if
Animal
you head to the
Crossing
Steam
with-
page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
wow, that's interesting.
Next up is Don't
If
Wake the
it's-
Beast.
if it's
But the
Animal
developers
Crossing
have
with
sent
giant
over an
robots,
intricate overview,
I'm in.
so I'll sit this one out.
Damn.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer
Well,
of Don't Wake
Looks
the
like
Beast.
we
Oh,
we
never
still
mind.
get the
He's
same
talking about
mistakes.
this game actually, but it's
Your
moving
goal is
forward.
to steal
No,
as
it's
many
for this.
treasures as possible
Yeah.
and
Okay.
run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure
The
has
way
its
they
weight,
edited that
and the more
audio
you pick up,
was
the more
very
noise
off.
you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
Interesting. You gotta rob a chamber.
We're
without
rounding
waking the
things
dragon.
out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by
Alright.
Pikmin, this
I won't be
cute
playing
and
that,
creepy
actually.
multiplayer roguelike
Fuck that
assists
game.
you with performing
just Code the
blood
Lamb.
rites and recruiting followers
I mean, yeah.
to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
All right.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the summer showcase
Something
selection.
for the devil worshippers
Laura?
out there, I guess.
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Oh, didn't
Not
we
as
see
in
this
like
yesterday?
bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Might actually
Nah, hold on.
Wait, what
Hold
happened?
on. Laura just said there's a game we got
They
to
about to
manage
bring
our
up
bowel
Scum
movement.
and Sage said, not on my watch.
Oh, you skipped it.
Scum somewhere else.
That man
Keep
did
the
not
scum off
like Scum.
elsewhere.
AKA the company.
Hey man, you don't
What
want
you
to see
doing
them
out here
shitting
with
on
this
us?
doo-doo, fam?
Laura Bailey literally was like the survival game with poop mechanics, and I was like, yep,
in territory.
As for
I
other
don't need none of that.
you may spot the Allosaurus,
All right, then. So what's up with Death
Brachiosaurus,
Ground?
Triceratops roaming around in the background.
Jurassic Danger.
Is that what this is?
You're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Dino
There are
Crisis?
multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical.
Oh, it's one of those
favorite,
games
where
where
you'll have to
you
sneak
have
in
a
and
job to
steal
go to a
raptor
really
eggs.
dangerous area to
Yeah,
do
just
something
science.
mundane.
Each mission is replayable and
So,
is an important piece of the
Lethal
puzzle.
Company, but
Each
with
detail
dinosaurs.
or collectible that you
Okay.
come across will help you unlock the lore and
Sounds like it's
discover
gonna
the
be
truth
scarier
about
than
the
you.
disastrous events of the past.
They ain't
Deathground
leaning
is
to the
launching
goofy on this
Steam
one, I can
Early
tell you.
access this year.
Yeah.
Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
They were like, yeah, you got this mission to cut some weeds.
Oh, Q3 2025. Okay.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for Roar news on that front.
I am refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch Deep Dive, shall we? Here's
Yeah,
Rogue
I thought it
Factor to
was
tell us
funny,
more
Laura.
about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that's cool that that's
We
here.
with it. We with it. We with it. We with it.
Madness, hatred, and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Delated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell is Us here at Rogue Factor. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you on a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca and Jova, when she kind of hints you where the Owen convoy, the direction that it took, she says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. No game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery. Yeah.
I'm good.
Is closed. Official.
You don't know where the fuck you going.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are
it's like it's right over there. Just look
of human emotions. Of human.
It's over there. Just look for it.
What does the emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies. So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. It's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker, and it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this.
Creepy. That do look creepy and shit.
So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on September 4th, 2025.
Okay.
On
now this
Xbox
demo is already
Series,
out.
X and
It's
S,
out on
PlayStation
Steam.
5, and obviously PC.
I saw Devin was playing it earlier.
Yeah.
Wishlist it now because Hell is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
Hey, Laura. Hey, Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game
Oh,
Show,
Carla.
where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? So yeah, New Tales
I love
reached
how
out,
Gig,
and I am officially
voice actors
in
have
their
been
game.
acknowledged so much more now.
Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine.
This
Look, it's
reminds me,
fine.
I gotta
You're
go
doing
finish
great for
Baldur's
time.
Gate 3.
You got pretty far, right?
Hey, Jazz.
Started at Act
Hi,
1.
Sam.
Or
I've
Act
got
2.
a really
Act 2,
cool
my
gig.
bad.
Want to join me in a game?
Act 1's big. So.
If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you, but only if you're coming to the D&D group next week because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
All right.
Why is he little? Oh.
They didn't expect that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't know what was going on. It's like Fury.
That's what I was going to say. The character looked like somebody from Fury.
They do now that you say it. And I beat the game recently, so yeah.
That's a good question. Do you think, like, I guess Wukong is a great example, but like the boss rush genre, will that itself ever come back to be popular?
You said come back to be
Everything
popular?
else came back. I don't think it was ever popular, but like, will it ever come back in a big way?
Why not? Everything else here.
I mean, I guess the closest thing you have are the Souls-likes. I mean, they're not boss rushes per se, but it's kind of close
Bosses
enough.
are definitely the ones you focus on.
Yeah.
Fading Echo.
Stands out, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it does. Pretty colorful.
That's right. We're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlach herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bhullar in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
All right, all right.
We have been
Oh,
blessed to live in
Sacrifice.
times
There it
of
is.
peace. But
Hey.
our city is not without its
That's
enemies.
Ooh, a modern
The
JRPG.
demons above and the beasts below.
All right, up. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
Time moves when you do.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason. Damn, I love the church.
Somebody said, damn, I love the church. It's just funny
Same
to
release
hear
date as
that.
before, huh?
Just shoot 'em up.
A shmup.
And it says an arcade icon. What icon are you?
I am just icon living.
I was trying to figure out what icon this is.
Story mode.
That ain't Vic Viper.
Arcade mode.
Art starter mode.
What was that one that was popular on PlayStation? It was like a shooting game. R-Type?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this? Oh, I don't know Truxton at all.
I don't know what it is. Truxton.
Truxton Extreme.
Sorry, I had my notes up, so I was blocking the screen. Okay.
Mega Man.
I was just thinking this might be a Mega Man-like game. Just based on that.
Everybody gonna make one till Capcom. Uh-oh.
I've seen
Hold
this
on now.
before.
Wait, no.
I just forgot what it was, but I've seen this.
I think you're right, so. I think I've seen this too.
Man, we farming?
I know, right? Farming and fishing?
Linked Banner of the Spark. I think that's what this is.
I think I remember that.
Because this was actually at the Wholesome Game Showcase.
Oh.
If I remember correctly.
Hey.
It does look pretty wholesome.
Yeah. Hi.
Yep. It's funny because at the Wholesome Game Showcase, which was this morning, they focused on all the like farming and like the cozy elements of it, and then here they're like all action.
Is that? Oh, it looks like Tomba.
Tomba?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it is.
No, this is Joe and Mac.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Take us back, brother, because I don't know nothing about Joe and Mac.
Yeah, man, this caveman platforming game.
Bro, there's so many games from the old era platformers that they can tap into.
I'm surprised they think about bringing these back. Ooh.
Man, it's really taking me back.
I didn't play definitely one of those games that takes you back.
but it just has that vibe of like the games that I grew up with, like the Super Nintendo games.
Oh yeah, I missed out on this. Some of the SNES era I had to play with my cousins. My first console was PlayStation 1.
Okay then, all right, Joe and Mac. Well, I pray y'all get y'all numbers to get this collection out. This was speedrunners waiting to see this.
Okay, it's going on Kickstarter apparently.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to the
Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien.
Directive 8020.
Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
You know, Supermassive is
this. Just lower the gun. Not until you move through the scanner.
Oh.
You were saying about Superman?
Those things
well, I was
change
just
shape.
trying to I was just gonna listen to it.
Oh God.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
I was gonna say that Supermassive, I know they've been continuing to make games, but they just never have hit the same high that they did with Until Dawn.
No. They've never been as good. Like, it would be one thing if they were releasing like quality games that were ignored, but the games tend to be kind of
urgent assistance.
Yeah, it's like they have interesting ideas, but there's just something that ends up holding them back.
But what if that went differently?
Hitting the high that Until
I'm Will
Dawn
Doyle,
did.
creative director on Directive 8020.
Although they did have
share with you a new feature that we've added for the first
what was that
time
summer
in the
camp
Dark
game?
Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With
What's that game we
Turn
played that
Points,
had this?
you can rewind to a
That's Dust
pivotal
Falls.
point or decision, collect missing
it definitely had
characters,
that.
or see how different choices would have played out. By the same
Great system
token,
for
your
games like
actions
this.
matter in our game.
Absolutely.
You want to live by your decisions. There's also a survivor mode setting that prevents you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Okay.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator
Cairn,
with a
we've seen
meticulous
that
control
already.
scheme.
Yeah, that one's
Here's the
coming
game
out
makers to tell you
sometime
more.
this year.
Yeah.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to
I know
climb
they
a
released the
mountain
demo for
and reach a
PlayStation.
summit no one has ever conquered.
Yeah, I saw it
You
on
can
the
climb
store earlier
almost
before we
anywhere,
logged on. Before we
and
started.
climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. but don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice.
You have like
Ice
little
climbing is
robot buddy to
precise.
help you.
That's what I'm trying to figure
How
out.
the robots can get up
edges
there
to
so
get a
much
solid
easier.
grip.
Still chasing this joint?
You got it, buddy.
Means
You got it.
Also supports
I swear he there for moral support.
That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock
Like, look,
face
the robot just
and choose
making
the
it look
most
easy.
strategic route to the top.
That's how you do it right there,
Kevin is
buddy.
coming up on
I know
PlayStation
you're
5
human,
and
but you're
Steam
working
later
hard.
this year.
I promise you, bro. He looking at his human like
in the demo
nothing is a
available
habit.
on
Get like me.
PS5.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
That's it. This look real PS1.
Korea is devastated.
Meteors, no life.
Korea love horror stuff for some reason.
Yeah.
They're really good at it. Oh,
Korea and Japan.
Yeah, Korea
Usually
and
K
Japan
and J
do-
horror, they're really good at
Gotta
it.
be fair, we do
different from
too.
ours.
But it's like they're lately they've been
They been
stepping
hit.
up.
We do too, but yeah, it's just different philosophies behind the approach.
I just noticed something. You not wearing any pants or those? What?
No, I was noticing that she cheeked up back there.
Like she kind of cheeked
I'ma
up
say
out
it's
here in
white
the middle of
pants,
it.
man.
It is
I'ma
white
say it's
pants.
white
Yeah, I mean, she has on pants,
Okay.
but it's just the design.
Okay,
that
I'm
they
gonna
have
say
for
why
it.
it look like that.
I mean, look at it. Like they definitely designed it a certain way.
Like you can't be cheeks out in whatever this is.
You bleeding?
Round zero. All right then. We got phase 0 and ground 0. I can't lie to you, this gives me Nightmare Creatures vibes.
Just the way they kick it, bruh.
Yeah.
That made me think of that
this is
ill
going for,
trailer.
like Kingsfield style.
Yeah, Kingsfield, Shadow Tower.
Shadow Tower. Old FromSoft.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of come back in vogue too, because those are games I played recently, like Lunacy. And another game I played that was kind of like this.
About time they stopped ripping off of Dark Souls.
Yeah, same company though, but yeah, different.
Same
games.
company, just the earlier part of their
like you said,
career,
was
where they got to where they are.
Yeah, like the old days.
Like what were those games?
Heart
called? What was it
Lagoon.
called? Like
Oh, that actually
Echoes
has a
or
demo.
something?
What game?
Which one?
It was like a game that FromSoft made back
Hark
in
the
the day.
Ghoul
like
and
Echoes
Ground
something.
Zero are both coming soon to PC. What's up
Remember
next, Laura?
Echoes. I remember.
We're taking a look at a game called
My Evergreen?
Kingsfield.
It's a cooperative folklore
Dark Tower.
adventure where you and your friends band together as brave little mice.
Oh
Okay, we got nice
shit.
games.
Oh, rat. Just a little mouse going on an adventure. Give me a little backpack.
Echo Knight is what I was thinking of.
Oh,
okay.
Echo Knight.
Forgot about
Okay.
Been quite a few games of you playing as mice as of late.
Got to get some cute animals in there.
Y'all trying to convince me to be a mouse?
Remember that? Y'all remember that Mouse
Had that
Souls
adventure.
like? What was that game called?
Ooh,
had a
I remember the Crab Souls like.
The one that was
Yeah,
like
that's-
side. It was like side. They made two games.
Oh, you mean Tales of Iron?
Yes, Tales of Iron. Man, Musa so big. You don't
Hello.
make no sense.
We ain't talking about Marvel.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the
I'm about
protagonist
to say, this
is
looks
trapped
spooky as
inside
hell.
their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
Ooh.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong?
Gotta get the fuck up out of there.
To seem fake. Like a trick.
That's creepy. Okay.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it?
Why you talking to me like that?
Okay,
Oh, next month. Okay.
Don't let him get you again.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
Ooh.
Special someone, huh?
Hello, everyone. I'm excited
Shuhei.
to be a part of
Shuhei.
Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days.
Is that an Ultraman
As
figure in
many
the
of
background?
you know,
Yes, it
I
is.
have been
Yeah,
a
it
huge
is.
fan of the work of Anytwins. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the Endreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
All right, Reach.
It's time to see a lot of hands.
I'm ready for whatever. You won't find nobody better. I will bring a storm to you weather. You ready or not? Coming in hot. I am a legend in the making. You're looking into the eyes of greatness. Gotta push through the world's waiting.
Fatality?
Got like an archer. Okay. Sounds cool.
That's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot here. Good
It's
bag.
like Mirror's Edge meets like some kind of fantasy world.
Make the leap. Okay. Exclusive to VR.
On
Reach
every
is an
VR.
ambitious virtual reality action adventure coming to PSVR, Steam,
You
and
know what's
MetaQuest in
the missing piece of VR?
Hey, Matt.
They haven't
It's time
done
to
yet.
check in with everybody's
What's
favorite
that?
depressed
VR
and
troopers.
recently divorced duck.
Hey, hey.
Duck Detective.
What a
May have
callback,
cracked
sir.
The mystery of the secret salami. But when you're that
Put
good
VR
at your job,
Sentai, boy.
there's
It'll
always a
change
new
some
case
things,
to
boy.
solve.
Even that VR troopers, bro.
I'm used to the cold embrace of loneliness.
Yeah.
And this vacation
Duck detective.
will be the end of
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Annika.
And I'm Johnny.
Damn
We're
it.
Happy Broccoli Games based in Berlin, Germany.
Say
Our
this
newest
for me
game
immediately.
Is that really how you move around?
Where you are the one and only
Yep.
duck.
Well, it does kind of like a waddle, to be
Recently
fair.
divorced duck.
That's
who
true.
Must quack the case.
Ooh.
Inspect evidence, make deductions,
I
and
I
solve
guess
this
it's
no-matter
charming in
mystery.
its own way.
To
I
the annoyance
suppose.
of the duck detective,
It's like a
It'll be
joined by a
movie
new partner
stickers.
in Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddy
right.
the crocodile. work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right
Freddy the
now,
Crocodile.
we're working on a simplified Chinese language
That's a
update.
capybara right
It's
there.
coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The game is out on Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox
this is
One,
already
and
out.
Series X,
Okay.
and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching.
Someone's
and I
gonna,
hope you enjoy
someone's
the
gonna
rest.
love this game. Someone's gonna yell about it. I can feel it.
Bread slices?
Duck Detective.
The ghost of clamping!
That was charming in its own way.
Ghost of
Yeah, it
Glamping
was.
has
Yeah.
already waddled its way onto
I'm
PC
not
and
mad at it.
consoles. So go check it
Yeah.
out if you haven't already.
Okay,
These
we've
are
had
games
plenty of
that
exciting
fuck around and
premises
turn
so
into a
far.
whole series.
But how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? Get on your dancing feet,
Ratatan.
because Ratatan is up next.
Ratatan.
Patapon and Ratatan.
Because we don't own the name of the other one. So, let's make something else. Were any of y'all fans of Patapon? Did y'all play Patapon?
I remembered it, but it was
Played it.
it was stuck on the PSP for a long time, right?
Yeah.
I think I played one Patapon game on PSP, and that was it.
I think they eventually got ported to PS4. I could be wrong. I dig the music.
Stop the dark Ratatan.
I know, right? Who you?
Wei Shin, motherfucker. Who you?
Could he ever act? Early access next
That
month.
soundtrack jumping.
The soundtrack's
I know,
really good.
They in
Ratatan
there.
is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th. But there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Christie game.
It's Hercule Poirot!
I've always known about her games, but never made it my business to even go out and try to play them. Death on the Nile.
Okay.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning,
Why are they
ladies
talking
and
like that?
gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day. But I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
Am I, Laura? Am I?
Maybe.
Scooby Snacks?
Say Scooby Snacks?
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's slots. So.
It's like first person Scooby Doo mystery game.
This is some Scooby Doo shit.
You got the night armor and everything.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
House Flippers.
House Flippers. Scooby
I'm not
Doo
familiar with House
content.
Flipper. That franchise. Never heard of it.
Scoobtober.
Oh my goodness.
Soinks, Laura. House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto
Why
PC
hasn't that
and
been like a
consoles.
Scooby Doo mystery game? Like an
Now
actual
we're starting
mystery
to close
getting
in on the end of the
clues type
show,
game.
but not before we show
That's
you
a great question.
our final
Probably
Very
because
good
WB
deep
sucks.
dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited
They wonder what Batman
You get no
is.
argument from me there.
Insight
I'll
into
stop when you're
Mafia,
wrong.
the old country.
You ain't been wrong yet.
Here's all the gory
Oh,
details.
Mafia, the old country.
Man, they keep showing this.
I promise you, they telling us about this, and they like, hey,
They paid all of it. They paid all of it 99.
they said, get this game.
They paid all.
Mafia: The Old Country
They said this gotta
is
succeed.
both
We ain't got no
a
choice.
prequel
It's,
to
2K
the
Games.
original
They
Mafia
got the money.
trilogy, and it also sets
That's
things
fair.
up for
They said,
what
y'all need
might
to come
be
holler at
in the
us when it
future,
come
going
out.
back to 1900s Sicily. So
Get
the
it,
birth
please.
of just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organized crime first really came from.
In Mafia: The Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the
Have y'all
sulfur
seen
mines, sold there by
where
his
sometimes
parents. A
they'll
really
get, like,
horrible
ex-mafia
upbringing for a
or
kid, which unfortunately
ex-Yakuza
happened back in those days.
to, like,
So he doesn't
view
know
these
family.
games
He
and talk
doesn't really
about,
know
like,
love.
what's
He
realistic,
escapes,
what's
I've
not.
seen
falls
those.
in,
Yeah.
I saw that for
Yeah, I remember
Yakuza,
the
and that was hilarious.
crime
The man
family,
went
and
around
then this
beating up
game
everybody.
really,
He
the
did.
story
He
shows
did,
his
yeah.
rise through ranks as he goes from
I remember
being
the
this
classic
impoverished young
magazine.
man
I think I own that
to a made
magazine.
man.
For Mafia: The Old
Oh, okay.
Country, we moved to Unreal
Where they first
Engine
sat
5,
down and had
which
him talk
has
about,
really enabled us to do incredible
I think
things
they played
with
the original
characters,
Yakuza.
with the landscapes, with the cinematics.
like, wow.
Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling.
I still
and
remember,
exciting
Assassin's
narrative
Creed with, like,
gameplay.
some
It
secret
really
organization,
makes
like, hold on,
already
what
an
y'all
emotional
doing?
Story even more emotional and meaningful.
You've been able to capture
Talk to the
incredible
villain. What y'all doing? Y'all get a little
nuances
closer.
in the
Yeah,
mocap,
you
in
gotta
the
stop.
acting, and all of the character performances.
Yeah, I
which
know a
really
little too
helps to
much.
bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store,
did all this
we've
research?
got a cinematic to show, which shows a key moment in
So who's the
Enzo's
one y'all
story.
had?
Peggy 18.
Next month, they're gone.
Yeah, you got laid off. Forever.
Come forward.
Are they in a wine cellar?
Probably.
Yes.
Wouldn't be surprised.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life. A brotherhood. You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
Oh, that changed.
Yeah.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Y'all got dental.
I'll
think about it.
Hey man, what's
that
that
pension
healthcare
look
plan looking like?
I swear, bro.
Before the eyes of all here present.
I will admit the production on this game, it's top notch.
It's fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna give it
Yeah,
that.
this production is, yeah.
Little what they know in a few decades. The term Rico will end all of this. Dang, bro, my lip.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna say, what we doing? I'm scared.
There has to be a bit more efficient way of doing that.
Definitely.
More efficient way in the future was just not doing that. Is he burning a picture of the Virgin Mary?
That's what it looks like.
Oh.
Well, y'all ain't into no Christian business, I will say that.
I know that.
My flesh.
Ain't shit Christian about this.
Like this saint. If I do not keep my oath. My flesh must burn like this saint.
I need one of these before the origin of the Crips.
My oath.
Wait, what?
I need one of these before the origin of the Crips.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto, Enzo.
Gangbanger. The old city.
Salute.
Salud. Salud. West Side Italy.
Salute. I think that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I think that game has no. Well, it kind of has no choice but to be solid in some way.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia: The Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media,
I remember that.
Brawler, where
It's
you
been a while.
solve puzzles and crush
Yeah.
enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Yeah, man, what a mixed ancestry.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark.
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys
Still don't know how I feel about this
timelines. Present day, the Wild Age, and the Aztec civilization, all at the same
kinda
time.
like it.
You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
But I don't need too many games
It's
like this.
not just for show.
Yeah.
You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why did this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk your role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini.
Well, actually, I've always wanted an action game with a black boxer.
We're not dropping the release.
I gotta give him credit, bro. He's talking about this with gusto. Like he's like, I want this to go
It's coming
places.
to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go
it's based
look
off
at your
the
family
Tenet
album.
universe
Maybe
of
your
all things.
grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
So probably 2026.
23andMe simulator.
Thank you to Roar
2020.
Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and console.
It's kind of
so
cool to think
pop it on
about,
your
though,
wish
like,
lists.
for a lot of
Alright.
us,
What have
we
you
have
got for us,
really
Lauren?
mixed
A
ancestry.
first look at gameplay.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
Pre-Sold
You actually
and
go back far and I'm
Rivals.
like, whoa, I didn't
This
even
is
realize
a
this.
first-person horror shooter for fans of Bioshock and Resident Evil.
First-person horror
You
shooter.
fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm going to pre-order it right now.
First, I thought that was Judas.
Almighty Son.
Man.
Guide my
Oh,
yeah,
another Blumhouse game.
Blumhouse game.
Well,
Yeah, they had a lot of games. Like, I don't know if y'all
Yeah, they
remember.
do
They
have
had
a
like
lot.
4 or something like that. They definitely revealed
4
a
or
lot.
5. Like, they announced them all, what, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all at
I think I
the
do remember that.
TGAs, right?
It was either TGA's or Jeff's show, but I remember it
They
was like
getting
a
to
bunch
it.
of them at one time.
Yeah, they own it.
Let your sacred light banish them. And I am to fall. Let my flesh turn to ash.
Bro, Bloodbender.
So my soul may ascend
Yeah.
to you.
So
I
that's how we
definitely
get our
checked
ammo.
the
Okay.
Bioshock comparison.
Yeah, definitely. fighting all these dolls, using blood, it's kind of the implants from the old Bioshock.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Crisol.
Crisol. Theater of Idols.
Huh, this year.
Holy moly, that looks good.
You're telling me. Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year. And your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
All right.
Ooh, I like it.
Fucking dorks.
I like it.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you...
I hear it all. Oh,
There's a
God.
lot going on here.
Definitely evil sounds.
Ritual? Ritual tides.
Ritual tides.
Okay.
Hold on. I've got something to show you.
Huh?
I don't think I need nothing else.
And consoles,
Oh.
I mean, that's
I bet you
console.
didn't expect that, did you?
What?
Oh, this August. That was a very underwhelming
That was your
finale.
first
What?
A terrifying
It really
That-
was.
And we got some more.
Crafty and Terrors.
It's coming to
Wish list it now
consoles
because
too.
it's coming soon.
It's on some platforms.
We'll have the full gameplay reveal during the next
That-
game
that
show in
was a
August,
whack
so
finale,
mark
I
your
ain't gonna
calendars
lie.
for that. However,
Yeah.
that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's summer showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the summer showcase, as well as the
Nani?
developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS.
What the hell is this?
Different game. They just said there's some other exclusives, I guess.
Maybe. Let's see.
To use this instead of that last
I was
trailer.
about to say, I would have rather have seen this than whatever that was at the end.
Yeah, that was garbage.
Yeah, I'm not one too. I wasn't
Okay,
too fond
it's
of
like
that.
a survival game. Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Floating structures. Bro, what is happening?
I don't know.
Everything
It
is
looked like
happening.
Are they fusing?
they did.
This is way more entertaining than what we just saw. What is this?
They should have ended with this.
Yeah, like what is this?
Is this
What?
like a creature collector survival game?
Our warrior days are numbered.
Yeah, this looks way cool. What is this?
Yeah, like what is this?
What? The monsters got swords? What is going on? That reminds me of...
And we just out
what's
here
that game you
floating
played,
and stuff.
Game I played. Oh, Enshrouded.
Yeah. Enshrouded, but up in the sky. Guardians.
Yeah.
Guardians of the
Sky.
Wild Sky.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
writing
okay.
that down. Hold on now.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting that one down. Wait.
Wait. So you're telling me that you can become a pirate, transform into an animal at will, and build your own skyfaring vessel?
And do it all with your mates. All of that footage came from the in-game online multiplayer.
Oh, there's still my beating.
Oh, it's multiplayer.
My
All right.
dream.
Of being a pirate?
No, just having hair at will.
Ah, fair. Well, anyway, Guardians of the Wild Sky is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. You can wishlist it now and sign up for the playtest.
Amazing.
Now, Jules, I don't want to shock you.
Good, because I do have a weak heart.
System Shock 2
I see
remake.
Berserk.
Oh, they actually got the
I've
whole
heard
list of
about
games
that.
down there for you to watch.
That's actually
For System
dope.
Shock 2's remaster. Whoa.
So where you can see what's what.
Multiplayer.
Oh, interesting.
That was the first time.
System Shock
Did you
2.
kill
I
him?
shot him. He's
I
still
don't even know if the
alive,
first.
though.
I'm assuming the first one had multiplayer, but I don't.
I don't think the first one had multiplayer. If it did, then someone correct me.
Okay. 2 broken ankles.
Cross-platform.
There's probably a hypo for that.
I might have triggered 5 tropical rides. Don't, no.
Okay. Oh, this is a craft elevator.
Yeah, this is almost like it wasn't designed for full players.
Here comes. I was going to say it's not designed.
That answers the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game isn't really designed for like heavy multiplayer because it's supposed to feel almost like isolation.
Yes.
Right.
Like pseudo horror, not all the way, but like pseudo horror.
Yep. That's part of the scary part that you're by yourself.
Right. That's what makes System Shock System
They
Shock.
said F all
Any
that.
kind of game mode.
They say get in here and have fun with your friends.
Indeed, and you can blast Showdown.
I like
back
how
to
they're
base
doing this
elements when System
outside.
Shock 2's remake.
Spiritual successor to games
That
like
gives a
System
different
Shock
vibe, I'll
2
give it
and
that.
Prey 2017.
Yeah, it is.
What distinguishes Deepest Sphere from similar titles is its unique focus on real-time fluid simulation. Water in Deepest Sphere looks and behaves in physically accurate ways. It flows over surfaces and floods environments, it conducts electricity, it transfers heat, it knocks you off your feet with surging currents and deadly vortexes. And it can be manipulated by creating dams, locking down compartments, and using tools and equipment unique to our sci-fi setting. And more than that, a deadly pathogen has infected the ocean itself,
I know.
creating a
What's going
primordial
on?
soup for violent entities to spontaneously manifest from. Every puddle, leak, or water source is a potential spawn point for an entity to strike. Some of the
Also,
greatest
it revolves
stories
around
ever told in
manipulating
games
the
have come
water.
from the horror genre.
Ah,
Our ambition is
okay.
for Deepest Sphere to sit alongside these great works. Success is not guaranteed, but we know our commitment to quality
said they
and
were inspired by
creativity
Prey.
is second to none. We will accept nothing less
Okay.
than to make the best game possible with the resources we have available. So expect AAA quality weapon feel, expect creative, strategic enemy AI behaviors, expect intuitive customizable controls, and expect high, stable frame rates across a range of hardware specs. For now, Deepest Sphere is coming exclusively to Steam. If you'd like to see the game on other platforms, please let those platform holders know. We want it too. As for Deepest Sphere's development, we'll have more to share about the game in the coming months. Please, please wishlist the game on Steam if you like what you see. We want Deepest Sphere to be the next great immersive sim, and your enthusiasm energizes our creativity. So please spread the word, tell your friends, talk about the game on social media. It really helps more than you can imagine. Enjoy the rest of the show. Bye.
Mixtape, and so is the gameplay.
Mixtape.
There's everything from skateboarding to pulling slushies.
Mixtape
There's
showing up a lot
an
too.
amazing
Yeah,
level
it's showing up in a
paper
lot of
house.
places.
And let me just say, I just want to say,
Oh, this what? Mid 80s, late 90s, the video game?
toilet paper that.
Yeah.
Trying to get us to like the present so we can go ahead and talk about the actual show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Window takes place in the modern era. There's a whole story
we
behind
already
that,
saw
of
all
course.
that.
And
Yeah, this is Hell Is Us.
you're by yourself, and you need to figure out what's going on, and go on investigations and fight your way through at the same time.
That particular monster
So
right
today,
now feels
I'll
gonna scare a
talk
lot of folks
about,
when this
the
game
dungeons
comes
in
out.
Hell Is Us and what they mean and why they're there. They're
Prison of
so linked to the
I
story.
mentioned
and the
Davy
lore
Jones
and
Locker
the
earlier. I
history.
guess Davy Jones got a game.
Master first-person combat with
Damn
sword,
it.
gun, and grappling hook as you fight your way back into legend, one behemoth at a time. Fast, fluid, and fierce, Davy X Jones brings classic pirate fantasy to life.
Davy X
with a
Jones.
twisted edge.
Okay.
It's bold and powered by dark humor, all wrapped in a world as strange as it is stunning. Ready to jump in? You won't have to wait long. Play Davy X Jones demo during Steam Next Fest. Wishlist now.
It's kind of
Spread
wild.
the
Like
word and get
y'all
ready
ended
to
the
become
show,
the
but
devil
you're
himself.
still revealing new games.
Yeah.
That is kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's right. Captain David.
I guess it keeps people for the live shows because a lot of people probably check out after the regular show. They don't care about the lives, unless they care about really specific games that they want to get the extra shit on. Of course.
We'll get one.
Davy X Jones, okay. Interesting.
I can't wait for the DLC locker.
Davy X Jones locker.
Be sure that we'll be covering Davy X Jones more here on the FGS social system.
I was about to say, I just realized where they at now that I see what's behind them.
Like, they're having a good time out there.
In general was pretty
They
grim. Try
Weather look
surviving
great.
on the hostile landscape of Mars. Here's Blind Descent.
Outside gyms are always so
Finally awake. I recommend initiating a scan.
You said they're always
outside
gyms.
gyms. Outside
Imagine-
gyms just feel so weird to me because the gym feels like
Imagine
such more
telling
of a
yourself you
personal
can go to the
experience.
gym and then all of a sudden it started raining 30 minutes into your work.
No signal.
Well, I will
weird.
say that like there's the appeal of like I guess because it feels a bit more natural than like I mean some people like not having access to like AC in the same way. It kind of makes you feel
Becoming
like
a part of the ecosystem.
more in your environment, I suppose.
It's a vibe thing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a vibe.
Plus, you know what they say. It never rains in Southern California.
It's also more of a CrossFit thing too, where a lot of people in CrossFit they'll do their workouts outdoors.
Okay.
I can, yeah, okay.
Non-zero.
Is CrossFit still pretty popular?
Oh yeah, CrossFit.
may
Not
still
as much
be
as it used to be,
alive.
but it's still. People still do CrossFit style workouts.
Okay. Man, deliver game developers from the titles Ascent and Descent.
Boy.
I like puzzles.
I like puzzles.
But at least some are willing to talk. I don't know where this is leading me, but every clue reveals more of the city's darkest secrets. No matter what, I have to find my parents. And as long as I'm searching, I still have hope.
Open the city.
Open the city.
Lofty Sky Game.
Type it.
Gamescom.
Why they already got
Say
Gamescom
they're
review.
they're definitely setting up for Gamescom.
Wow.
Yeah, they definitely are.
I'm saying a lot of developers like really like, hey, it's coming next at this event, like really detailing when you're going to see the next gameplay.
I'm not mad at that.
Coming soon.
Are y'all
I
at
mean,
medieval
they have to
times
space
now?
this stuff out.
They just wherever.
They are. They are moving.
Of sword fighting.
Where is this at?
They in California somewhere, some
Okay,
city.
okay, California. I would say it looked like the medieval times I went to, but that was in Florida, so that couldn't be.
This is Moonlighter.
Yeah, Moonlighter 2.
Yeah,
This was at Summer Games Fest as well, I believe.
because that first Moonlighter game always go deep cut sale on PlayStation and Steam.
Mhm.
Tell me, little merchant, how much can you take?
I don't know if I want to answer that question.
Yeah, I ain't like that
Right.
question.
But race against time.
All right, let's just
Animals and mix.
pretend like that's the end of the show since they just want to keep going
Yeah.
with a post show that has more games, has as many games as the
Animal
main
stars.
show.
Yeah, I'd rather not
So-
be here all day.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Truthfully,
So let's get
yeah.
started. Will, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was okay. It had some things that caught my interest. Some things where I'm just like, okay, I'll keep that in mind on the wish list. Some things that I'll be like, maybe later when it hits a sale, or maybe when I'm just like, you know what, I beat these games here in my list. I'll hop on this here. So it was an all right show for me.
Terrence, what about you? Where do you stand?
I'm along the same lines. Like it was an okay show. I will say this. I liked the pacing of it. They kept things going at a great rate. We were getting game after game, little jokes and whatnot, inserts from Laura Bailey and Matthew Mercer. I mean, they were great hosts. The only thing that kind of took away from it was something like the production issues. Like there was some like the audio, even just like the audio mixing, like some trailers were like a lot more louder than others. Like I would notice that at times, and just the various issues that they were having there. I don't know what was going on, but I'm glad at least they were able to fix it later on. But
they never fixed it. My understanding is that particular stream just kept giving people problems, and this stream just never gave anybody problems.
Interesting. And that was like the actual Future Game Show channel that had the problems, right?
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
That's not a good look.
Not at all.
So I mean that was an issue. But as for the games themselves, I mean they had a lot of variety there. This is one of those showcases where there has to be something for you. If you thought that none of those games are interesting, then I mean I don't know what to tell you. But
I'm right there with you on that one.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I think score wise, I give it a very solid 7. Like it's one of those showcases where would I watch it on my own? Probably not. I probably just look at the cliff notes online and just see what was announced, and if there was anything there that stuck out to me, I'd look at a trailer for it or like keep up with updates on it on social media. But yeah, I think this showcase did what it needed to do, and that was pretty much it. It was fine. I think I'll also dock at some points for a very lackluster ending. That last game, I don't know who greenlit that or thought that was a good idea, but after all the games that you showed that had actual gameplay and were engaging to an extent, to show a game that just like whispered at us and showed us text with no gameplay whatsoever, just to say, oh, we're going to show you more later. It's like, nah, that is not how you end a showcase. Like, come on now. So you all got to do better than that. So I'd give it a solid 7. I thought it was a decent showcase.
It's on PC and console.
That was the thing that bothered me the most about that ending. The fact they were like, oh, I hope you don't think we were done. I also got to tell you, it's on PC and console. Like, yeah, no shit.
Like, what else is it going to come out on? A calculator? Like,
exactly. TI 87 or some shit. Like, no. Rakeem, where do you stand on the show, man?
I was engaged with the show, but yeah, I even put down on my notes pretty similar to Terrence. Really good pacing of the show. The games were coming in and out pretty fast. Of course, we have the voice actor jokes. That's every year. That's pretty much what the show is at this point. Doesn't really bother me. Technical issues were for that stream at least were really bad. Like that's inexcusable.
Yeah,
that took me out completely. Also, like you said, the weird audio cuts. Like there were points where they would cut, like they do some voiceover or something, or a new person come in, and the levels weren't right. Like they were either too loud coming in. It felt like something was off. Other than that was a couple games I thought were cool. Like it started off pretty high with The Expanse. I thought The Expanse game looked really good from Owlcat. I'm very interested in seeing how that game looks. Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream, seeing more information on that. That looked pretty good. Explorator, Constance, the Metroidvania looked good. Some other highlights, Waifu Tactical Force, that was interesting. And the Bureau of Fantastical and Magical Affairs was kind of a standout.
I like that a lot, yeah.
Yeah, those were really cool. And a lot of other ones were just like repeats we've seen before, like Hell is Us. We've seen that 50 million times. So that's not going to give me any points for that one. But seeing some other games, even some at the end, like Guardians of the Wild Sky, that looked really interesting. Davy X Jones looked really cool. Although that was like in the live show afterwards, so I don't know if that really counts. Overall, I thought it was okay. But I got a docket for like the audio issues. And of course, watching this show, if you're a person who likes the big AAA games, this really ain't the show for that. Like you're watching it. This is really for people who are looking for something different than the typical normal AAA games. Because a lot of these have like quirks to them or lower budgets, or may not even necessarily lower budgets, but just different directions from what traditional AAA model games are going for these days. They're trying something a little different outside of that realm. So that I give them respect for that. But overall, I would say I was kind of this is an okay show. I got a docket for some of the issues though, so I'm gonna give it about a 6.
Yeah,
that's fair. I think on my end, I'm not gonna go over every game because there's literally
There's a ton.
Man, yeah, I'm about to say there was a lot of games. I'll give them that. They showed a lot of games.
They did. And
I mean, like,
it's not like Jeff's show where a lot of games are like commercials or whatever. Like, no, it was just games, like games that may not be out or games that are just coming out that you may not have heard about. And so it's just too many to go over all of them. And we ain't getting paid for this. So it's a solid show. It was what I said at the beginning. It's not what you want. It's not the AAA, all the cinematic type shit. It's not all that. It's you gonna get a lot of indie and AA titles, and I think that's good. I think it's good that there's a showcase to put all of those together, so that if you do care about games at that level, at that budget level, that you have a place that you can go centrally. Like, hey, just come here and watch this. Yeah. And you'll be able to see all the games that you might be interested in. It's the ultimate test in your ability to pay attention to games that have nothing to do with your interests. Because it's not going to be game after game like that unless you just like everything. Or there's horror everywhere in the indie and AA spaces. So if you're a horror fan, you always eat.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, like you gonna be. There are going to be long stretches where you're like, I don't care about this game or this game or this game at all. But eventually you will see some things that you like. Rakeem named a lot of the ones that I was interested in. Of course, The Expanse, Osiris Reborn. To be honest with you, if it had been me putting this whole thing together, that would have been the last game shown.
Yeah, that game was fire.
It was the biggest deal. It was the coolest game there. That's the one that I'm going to be thinking about after the fact. Echoes of the End was really fun. I'm convinced that game's not going to be good because it's due out in the next 3 months. And it's like, I've never heard of this game before. So if it's good, if it's even a 75 on Metacritic, I would be impressed. Because usually games that are good, they have a longer lead in time than that. So, I mean, I could be wrong, and I hope I am. I hope it's a good game. Eric Shome, like Keem said, that looked really good. I liked what I saw. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Looking forward to that. I'm not a big roguelike guy, but I did like Lost Eidolons, and I am wanting to check out more of that. One thing I'll say, they hyped up what was going to be there ahead of time. Like, there are some studios they talked about that they thought, okay, well, we're going to let you know that these are going to be here, and this game's going to be here, and this game's going to be here. Sometimes it was just the publisher. Sometimes they tell you the game. But it's like, they're going to have to work on making these tighter because there's just no reason that the game show should be 2 hours.
Yeah.
And now,
yeah, I agree.
Like 2.5 hours. And when did it start? Yeah. Because now it finally ended. That was the last game at 2.5 hours. Like, what? You're going to tell me you got 2.5 hours of video games? Like, some of these got to be condensed down into, hey, man, this is just a sizzle reel. Like,
yes,
it's a little ridiculous, but when I watch the Wholesome Game Showcase, and they do this every year, at the end of every Wholesome Game Showcase, they'll put up this 5-minute trailer set to some of the most relaxing music you'll ever hear, relaxing, like not boring music you'll ever hear, of like just sizzle reel of a shit ton of video games. And there'll be more games in that sizzle reel than they show off in that hour. But guess what? The showcase is only an hour, and they dialed in on the games that they really wanted to focus on, and then everything else is relegated to a sizzle reel. If you really care about it, you'll go look it up. And that's what they're going to have to learn how to do, because there's no reason for it to be 2.5 hours. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love video games, but especially knowing that it's coming after the Summer Game Fest. It's coming after the Mix. It's coming after Sony State of Play. And, you know, sometimes even more showcases than that, the Wholesome Game Showcase. It's always coming after those no matter what. And so you're like, man, I've already seen literally hundreds of games at this point. So, like, at some point, brevity becomes the most important thing. And this is one of those cases. So, I that's the one thing that I will dock it on. The audio and video issues are funny. I'm not going to dock it for that. I feel like the publishers and developers should be more mad than me about that. Because, like Terrence said, that's the official channel. On the official channel, you had it all fucked up. You can't do that. Like, that's just some Bush League stuff. But they're not known for that. This is like the first time I've ever seen them do that across 4 or 5 years of them doing it. So I'm not too upset about it. But yeah, I mean, like, there are some games I'm going to be looking up. As soon as we get off stream, I'm going to go type in I'm gonna go wish list some of these games because I do want to keep an eye on them to make sure, like especially like the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs. God, that title sucks, but it looks like a blast. And then Guardians of Guardians of the Sky or whatever.
Guardians of the Wild Sky.
Guardians of the Wild Sky. I got them a numlock on there. There we go. Guardians of the Wild Sky. That's another one where it's just like, all right, buddy. I'm looking forward to that one, so I'm gonna load that one in. The rest of them, I mean, hopefully, if you watch this, you saw something that you're like, hey, I really want this, and I'm really looking forward to this. And yeah, I think that's gonna showcase. We've got one more to do. The Xbox Game Showcase tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna be there. I know that they are already kind of trying to tamp down on the expectations because this hasn't been the biggest year for video games as far as announcements go. It's been a great year for like actual games that you play, but as far as announcements, it's been kind of whatever. They're kind of tamping down expectations, but I do think if you are interested, you should come back, check it out with us. We'll have we'll have it up pretty much not long after the show goes up, so you can come back and see what we thought. But yeah, let us know what you thought of it. What you like, what you didn't like, let us know in the comments below. Subscribe, smack that subscribe button if you're new here and enjoyed our content. And for now, we'll see you another time.